Welcome to Eye on Plainsboro. My name is Anthony Cankor. I'm the Township Administrator for Plainsboro. And today's topic is an exciting new development called Lifetime Fitness, located on Scudder's Road off of Route 1 North. I'm joined today by Les Varga, our Director of Planning and Zoning, and Brian Miller, our Director of Code Enforcement. I'm going to start talking to Les about the whole planning process that goes on with approvals from your department to the planning board to the township committee. Tell me a little bit about that process.
Well, our department serves the planning board, and the planning board is the volunteer body that actually reviews site plans, subdivisions. In this particular case, there was a subdivision that included 3 different parcels, and the Lifetime actual parcel sits on about 12.5 acres of a larger 24-acre parent parcel. Now, the site plan that accompanied the subdivision also includes the building, which is about 120,000 square feet. It also includes all the signing, all the landscaping, and about 600 parking spaces.
And what we know about Lifetime Fitness is that they're out of Minnesota. They have 122 facilities nationwide and in Canada. This will be the 5th facility they're building in New Jersey, to be followed by a 6th in Bridgewater. It's considered a high-end physical fitness facility with multiple pools, indoor and outdoor. Is there anything else that you're aware of that would be going on in the facility?
No, it is going to be quite a facility, and the reason why they chose Plainsboro because of its central location and because of the population in and around the area. We're a little more affluent, a little more educated, and a little more likely to use a facility like this. They only put these facilities in areas that they know, obviously, that they can succeed. And they really are looking forward to being in Plainsboro. And quite frankly, from a planning board's perspective, we think it's a very worthwhile project.
Back to the planning board. The planning board did see the plans, and Lifetime Fitness came in and gave a presentation. How did that process go, and did they get approvals?
Well, it went very well. Lifetime really put all their professionals together, put together a very good plan. They were approved back in March of last year, so they've been in the process of perfecting their plans, which really includes getting the county approvals, getting all the infrastructure in place, water, sewer, electric. This is actually a virgin site, and by that I mean there was actually no building whatsoever on the site. So they really had to start from scratch by moving dirt, stockpiling some topsoil for the pools and whatnot. So they really are going gangbusters now, but it took a lot of preliminary work.
Okay, well, thanks, Les. Brian, tell me a little bit about your shop and your role. It's known as the department that ensures the safety of structures, and tell us a little bit about what your department does and how it applied this particular project.
Sure. The Code Enforcement Department is comprised of building, housing, fire prevention, and health. 3 out of those 4 divisions were involved with the Lifetime project. We met initially with the applicant's engineer, Bowler Engineering, back in February of 2016. So our department has been working with this applicant for over a year now. And most of the department's involvement was with the building division. We had initial discussions with the fire official and the fire prevention division about things like fire department vehicle access, hydrant locations, fire department connections, things like that. The overall concerns from that life safety perspective. And back in August of 2016, Lifetime made a formal submission for building permits. So we have been reviewing this project for the better part of 6 months now. We issued a footing and foundation release in December.
Tell us what that entails.
Yeah.
What does that allow the builder to do?
That initial approval allowed them to start working. As Les indicated, they had a lot of site improvements to make. There was nothing on that. It was an undeveloped site. So the soil over there needed to be removed, quite a bit of it, and compacted and new material brought in. And so in order to build the building, they had to do some geotechnical work. The footing and foundation release basically allows them to pour concrete footings and foundations in preparation for setting the structural steel, which is what's happening today. You'll see the steel being erected on site.
Do they have all their approvals?
Now they have the majority of those approvals. We issued the balance of the permit on April 6th, which was just a few weeks ago. And They have most of their approvals with the exception of certain deferred submittals for fire sprinklers and some of the underground site work that is yet to start.
Do we have a sense of when the project might be completed, this year or next year?
We were initially under the impression from Lifetime that they were anticipating being completed by December of 17. I think so far we've seen a 2 or 3 month delay in that timeline. You know, it's very weather dependent, these types of projects. There's other things that are outside of, people's control. More than likely, I think the opening that we see as far as a grand opening will probably occur in the beginning of 2018.
Before I come back to you just for any closing remarks, our plan is to actually go back on the site probably within a couple months to get a look at the work that's being done, hopefully with a representative from Lifetime Fitness. And then eventually for the grand opening, which will happen either late 17 or probably 18. Anything you want to conclude with as far as final remarks, Les?
No, well, we look forward to having Lifetime as part of the corporate neighbors here in town. They've been a wonderful group of people to work with, from their attorney to their engineer to their site people. It's really a good project. We think it's going to help the Forrestal campus in this part of town, so we really look forward to it coming online.
Good. Brian, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I mirror Les's sentiments. Our department has worked very hard with this applicant. This is a very complex building from a code perspective. You've got high occupancy loads. You've got a large outdoor pool area. By design has almost 3,000 occupants that are capable of occupying that space. So this is a mixed-use facility, assembly space, some administrative offices.
Do you know how many pools total?
There's a total of 6 pools.
6 pools.
3 indoor pools and 3 outdoor pools.
Great.
And there are a couple of other smaller spas, like a whirlpool. There's a lot of things there. This is a 117,000 square foot facility with some dedicated outdoor spaces, such as playing fields and practice fields and things like that. There's a covered field area that's proposed. So, our staff, I have to say, has done a tremendous job with this project. It's been challenging. It's been rewarding working with Lifetime. They've been very professional, very responsive to our comments. We've had several meetings over the past year with their team. So we've worked very closely and will continue to do so in the next year.
Thank you, gentlemen. That concludes our segment today on Lifetime Fitness. Thank you for joining us.